Hello, my friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole, and I live in India, and I'm back in
We
India.
are back.
We are back.
Yes.
Here I am with my trusty friend Laurence from France. And how
Hello.
was your French visit, Laurence?
It was fine. It was fun. Nice.
You had a good time?
Yes, I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I also had a good time in the US. We were there for almost, 5 weeks. And then when we came back, we did a whirlwind trip around India, and now we're back.
We are back.
And I'm so happy to be back with you. I missed you, my friend. All right, so tonight we're going to look at something different. This is actually a video that was put together that is explaining 15 reasons why India is like another planet. Like,
Planet.
not of this planet, but of another planet. So,
Interesting.
you all know, Laurence and I, we've been around the block here in India. This is not our first rickshaw ride. So we are going to see how much this video actually pertains to us foreigners that have lived here, how much is it, and we think it's actually true or not. And I haven't watched it. We haven't seen it. Let's just see now what these 15 reasons why India is like another planet.
Hey, do you have any plans for your next vacation?
Yes, I do.
How about seeing India?
I've already been there.
Hold on now. Just because it might feel like it's a world away, both figuratively and literally, that doesn't mean it isn't a tourist-friendly country. And more importantly, a trip to India won't cost you as nearly as much as you think.
It does cost as much as we think. It's pretty expensive to get here now.
You didn't think I'd talk about India and not mention the majestic Taj Mahal, did you?
I was just
This famous
there.
Indian landmark has been one of the 7 wonders of the world for quite some time. And seeing this architectural marvel in person makes it pretty clear why. The construction was commissioned in 1632, and it's believed that it took up to 21 years to complete the entire project. I know you've heard of this monument, but did you know that it's a mausoleum?
I did.
Yeah, the emperor at the time, Shah Jahan, had this marble structure built to house the tomb of his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Kinda sad she never got to see this ivory masterpiece built just for her.
Apparently, she died in childbirth after having 30 children.
30?
No, it was really 23 or something, 22 maybe, but a lot of kids. And she died really very young. So, interesting. Little facts I learned at my recent visit.
That I knew that she died in childbirth.
Yeah, really young, and so many kids.
Since we're on the topic, here's a fun fact. There was an infamous Indian conman who repeatedly sold different landmarks in the country, including the Taj Mahal and the Parliament House of India. He was arrested as many as 9 times, but somehow managed to escape from prison multiple times. During his final escape, he was already 84 years old. Aside from the fact that he was breaking the law, you gotta admit, that's kind of impressive.
It is impressive.
Anyway, some tourists hope to avoid the crowds at major tourist attractions, like the Taj Mahal, and prefer to take the road less traveled. However, alone time might be hard to come by in India. With around 51 births every minute, that's over 73,000 a day. This country has one of the fastest growing populations in the world.
What?
Roughly half of India's population is under the age of 25. Also making it one of the world's youngest populations, India alone holds more people than the entire Western Hemisphere. And with so many people comes a colorful tapestry of cultures, religions, and languages, which brings me to my next point. There are about 780 languages spoken in India, but some sources put it in the thousands. Whatever the case, only 22 have been recognized as official languages. Good thing English is in the mix too. India has one of the largest numbers of English-speaking people in the world, second only to the US. This means you can enjoy this super diverse country without needing a translation app on your phone each time you want to stop for lunch or buy a souvenir.
You know, that's really true. And one of the things I think I really appreciate about living here is the fact that English is so widely spoken, and I feel comfortable being able to travel on my own and work and enjoy this country. What do you think?
I learned English here, so
Yeah.
definitely.
So
I English when I came to India the first time, like back in '98, was so bad.
So bad.
So bad. No, I done English here, so yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Practice.
definitely a plus. So we love all the English speaking. Thank you for making it easy for us.
Oh, that's right. Your smartphone is obviously your closest traveling companion because, let's face it, taking pictures is probably the easiest way to document your adventures abroad. You'll be happy to know that cell service and mobile internet is very cheap in India. So there's one more reason why your trip won't cost you nearly as much as you think.
But it really sucks when you leave India. Can I
And
just say,
yes,
Airtel, your international policies suck.
not only that, when you are in other countries and you are on data limitation, I paid 40 euros for 3 weeks, twice.
Well, my daughter had a 23,000 rupee
Jesus.
cell phone bill for the 5 weeks we were in the US. So my husband was super excited about that.
Wow.
You can share every experience and discover with your friends and family back home without breaking your budget. That alone should put this fascinating country at the top of your bucket list of places to visit.
About France.
Oh, well, yeah, 40 euros for 3 weeks.
USA wasn't even
now
on
for
the list.
another reason India won't leave you with moths flying out of your wallet. The food there is so cheap. Check it out. If you go to a restaurant and order a whole meal with chicken or even fish, your bill could be as little as $1. As for a cup of tea, it'll cost you about...
I would like to just...
$1.
I'm not sure if this point is valid anymore. I don't know when this video was made.
Yeah.
$1 is a little less, and it depends on where you're eating. Huh?
A dosa on the road?
A dosa on the road, sure, but with chicken and fish?
No.
No, we're not finding that here with even a dosa
At least not in
on the
Bangalore.
road. No, not in Bangalore. Maybe somewhere else. But
Momos.
well, momos. But I mean,
Chicken. Momos works.
I get it, but it's
I take it.
your street food and things. Not every foreigner can have that, and we can't all eat that like that for that amount. So let's see
That's
what
true.
else they say.
20 cents. I mean, can you imagine filling your belly for under $5? Sign me up. Given that you'll be saving so much on dining, you can dedicate more of that limited budget to once-in-a-lifetime experiences.
I do agree. I mean, there's times where we take our entire family to Udupi and have breakfast, and it's super cheap. And I love being able to have that. But again, we're not having chicken. We're not having
No.
fish. We're having
It's veg.
veg, and it's idli and dosa and vada and 30 buttermilks. With chutney.
Something that India offers in abundance. Actually, one of these is the food itself. In case you haven't heard of the land of spices, India produces around 70% of the world's supply. That means each authentic local meal will be an adventure itself. Hopefully your stomach will be strong enough to tackle the rich variety of flavors. And for those of you with sensitive taste buds, here's a pro tip.
Stomach
Take small bites to test the intensity of the spice before biting off more than you can handle.
Have some yogurt next to you.
I also have some good news for traveling vegetarians that may be hesitant about the availability of meals suited for your dietary needs. India is also well known for being a vegetarian-friendly country.
That's true.
This is partially thanks to religious beliefs, but it's mostly just a personal choice there, out of respect for living beings. A State of the Nation survey in 2006 showed that up to 31% of the Indian population is vegetarian, and another 9% do eat eggs, but no forms of meat. So enjoying local cuisine isn't reserved only for meat eaters.
It's definitely better to be a vegetarian in India than anywhere else.
Totally agree. I know when my husband went
Europe.
to the US, he's looking at menus and he's finding French fries. Back in the day,
Green
salad, but you don't
No,
really
you can't
find
salad
salad
on it.
at not every place. And this vegetarian items, and not just the US, but I think in the Western world
Yeah,
are
we don't have mains which are only.
yeah, it's
only
really
vegetables.
difficult to find.
Yeah.
So India, kudos for your vegetarian cuisine. It's amazing, even as a non-veg eater. It's very good. I eat veg all the time.
Yeah.
Like I said before, this is a diverse country with enough variety to suit anybody. Do you think I forgot about you sports lovers? Well, if you love sports as much as experiencing new cultures, watching a live cricket match can be a way to enjoy both. Cricket is the most popular sport in the country, much like soccer in Europe or football in the US. So why not get your hands on a ticket to a local game, pack a picnic basket, and spend the day outdoors among locals to get a taste of true Indian sport culture?
Well, I don't know about this because I haven't ever really come across a game outside where first you need to buy a ticket, or second that you could really even follow. If you're going to go to a game here, it's a 2020 match, it's in the stadium. They're not necessarily easy to get to. This year in particular, they were super expensive, so we didn't even go. It's awesome to see a live match, but I don't think that it's something, at least for 2020 IPL, that everyone can go to.
That tourists can go for.
Yeah, and even with the way that the season is and everything, you have to be really lucky to be here while they're having a match.
You have to have lived here and know
exactly, and know when they are, and
it takes time to understand cricket. People, it
does.
Takes time, believe me.
It takes a little time, and at least with the 2020,
especially
it goes faster, and
cricket, it takes time.
It's easier to understand, but it does take a little time to get to that place and to kind of really enjoy it. But I think the format of the 2020 makes it easier and more fun and fast for everyone to enjoy. So I agree, but it's not necessarily as easy to find a match, to take a picnic and sit outside and watch cricket. And I don't see that happening here that often, or maybe I'm just in the wrong areas.
The Ganges River provides another outdoor activity for nature lovers, while still keeping the focus on experiencing the culture. The Ganges is the longest river in India and serves as a hub of activity in this country. This includes dolphin watching. As the Ganges dolphin is unique to this river, unfortunately, their numbers are drastically decreasing due to increasing pollution. Let's hope environmentalists can find a way to protect these creatures for future generations to enjoy when visiting India.
Well, let's talk about this. I've been on Varanasi, I've been on the river. I didn't see any dolphins. I can't even say I enjoyed it. It was an experience that was memorable. But at least, I don't know where or what part of the Ganges they were going on, but if you're in Varanasi, I found the entire experience more sad than anything else. And parts of it were beautiful and parts of it were poignant, but I don't know if that would have made my list. What about you? Have you been up there?
No, I haven't been up there, so I don't know. My dolphins were in Goa. In the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can't talk about India without mentioning one of the many massive ceremonies that take place there. One of the most popular is the Kumbh Mela gathering, which is so big that it's visible from space. Kumbh Mela is the 2-month mass pilgrimage of those of Hindu faith to bathe in the Ganges. The host city of Allahabad welcomed a staggering 121 million visitors in 2013 and a whopping 30 million on a single day. Even if you're not into crowds, you should still try to buck up and witness this incredible event. At least you'll be able to say you were present at the world's largest gathering of people. Bragging rights.
Well, this is something that I've always wanted to go to. I've always wanted to see the Kumbh Mela. They have the half Kumbh and then the Kumbh that's every 10 years. And if he said 2013, maybe it's actually coming up this year, the full 10 year, the big one.
Yeah.
But again, for foreigners, I don't know, just on a tour, like as a tourist, I don't know if that would be like the first thing that I would want to do as a tourist. I've heard that it's just...
I think it really doesn't matter. As a tourist, wherever you go, it's your largest population.
And it would just be crazy, I think, with the amount of people there and what's happening. And
yeah, but my point is, even when you get to the airport, there is more people in the airport than there is in the airport which you have left from your country.
True.
So wherever you go, it's the largest gathering of people.
Yeah, but I think the Kumbh Mela would just be crazy. I mean, after so many years in India, I'm willing to try that. And, but that's something that I don't know if I would take my kids to, for instance. I think it would be way too much, too many people, too much, just way too crazy and way too much for them.
Kumbh Mela is one of many festivals celebrated in the Indian culture, but the brightest has to be the color festival Holi. It celebrates love, the start of spring, and end of winter, and the triumph of good over evil in a very delightful way. People take to the streets to drench each other in water and colored powder. Everyone celebrates together in a spectacular display of good humor, and of course, lots of color. Now, I'm not usually one for a crowd, but this just seems too good to miss.
Well,
That
I've
is fun.
celebrated Holi many times. I think
Yeah.
it's super fun. Gotta remember for us girls with the light hair to put some coconut oil before the first time I had,
Yeah, I don't have that issue.
the first time I celebrated Holi, I had orange and pink hair for
I
4 or 5 weeks after.
I stayed pink for a very, very long time. My face at
Like a
least.
skin patch.
Yeah. Like, oh, you did Holi. How do you know?
It's fun.
As a matter of fact, color plays a very important role in Indian culture. It's apparent from the traditional clothes, festivals, local cuisine, and even their currency. Yes, with a handful of rupees, you'll quickly see their bright colors and variations in sizes. Even if the note's designers didn't do it on purpose, they seem to symbolically celebrate the diversity of this nation. Indian bills also have braille markings, so that blind people can read their values. How considerate.
I didn't know that.
Another fun fact of the topic of Indian money: it's illegal for foreigners to take rupees in or out of the country. Sorry for the bad news to any of you coin collectors that like to keep different types of money as a souvenir from your travels.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, not just a fun fact, but one you should take note of to avoid any trouble with local authorities. There's no limit on the amount of foreign currency you can bring with you on your visit, as long as you declare any amount over 5,000 US dollars in cash. But then again, who's carrying that kind of cash on them anyway? Now, Queen fans might be aware of this tidbit, but let's see if you are. Did you know that the iconic band's frontman, Freddie Mercury, was of Indian descent?
I did
His
know
birth
that.
name was Farrokh Bulsara, and both of his parents were from Bombay. Mercury himself, of course, was born in Tanzania, but still. From beautiful music to beautiful people, India has the highest number of winners from the Miss World competition with a total of 6.
Beautiful women.
Only Venezuela has produced the same amount of title holders since the beauty pageant started in 1951. The most recent Indian Miss World was Manushi Chiller in 2017. So in addition to the delicious food and fun festivals, you'll also be in the presence of people whose beauty is recognized worldwide. If you get tired of the hustle and bustle, you could also take a day and kick back with some old school board games. You familiar with Chutes and Ladders? Well, this popular classic dates back to ancient Indian times and was known as Moksha Patam.
I didn't know that.
It made its way to England, where it was sold as Snakes and Ladders. The name changed to the one we know today when it was first introduced to the US. The idea of the game was to teach the kids the difference between good virtues and bad vices, represented by the ladders and chutes respectively. Thanks for the good childhood memories, India.
Thanks, India. I like that game.
So, would you like to go to India? Let me know down in the comments, along with any other fascinating facts you know about this country. And don't forget to give this video a like.
Yes, do give my video a like. So I guess that is the 15 things. So what do we think? I agree with most of them. Some of them I'm on the cusp of, but India is a fabulous place and it's given us so
Definitely.
much. So I think that
Definitely, and when I don't know for you, but when I get back home, I realized that, this might be home now.
I've realized that a long time ago.
Yeah.
I switched my home to here a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone, thanks so much for giving us your time tonight. Please do give a like and a subscribe if you like the content and want to see more. Thanks again, and you have a great night. I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.